family, welcome back to the channel. It's good to have you guys back here to the channel. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make this pyramid purse. It's so beautiful and very simple to make. So sometime last year, I dropped the pattern drafting of how to draft this particular purse, sorry, but I couldn't make the tutorial. I'm going to drop that link for in the description box for people who would like to check that tutorial out. But in case you watch that one and you didn't understand, I'm going to be drafting the pattern here as well again, so that you'll be able to compare the two and know the one that suits your understanding better. So this is just me. I've already cut out my dimensions. I am using an A4 paper, sorry. If you are, if you've been watching my tutorials, you will know that I love using A4 paper. This is because it is also an upcycling idea. So instead of using an expensive pattern paper or cutting my cardboard paper that I would be able to use to make a bag, I would rather use an A4 paper to draft my pattern. So I also advise, if you have this plenty A4 paper that you have lying around doing nothing, instead of throwing them away, use it to achieve different bags design and make more money. So as you can see, I've cut out an angle already. The measurement is 8 by 8 inches by 8 inches. The width is 8 inches and the length is 8 inches. I just folded it into two and I made a slant with my ruler. So now I'm just trying to draw out the angle for the pyramid. It has to be three angles. So please just watch closely and see how I am going to draw the angle. So guys, if this is your first time tuning into the channel, you're highly welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Please don't just go, click on the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you get notified whenever we post in new tutorials, because I promise you, on this channel we have many more amazing tutorials. And if you are a returning subscriber, I love you. God bless you. God will continue to increase you, and thank you for always coming back. Please. So guys, after drawing the first angle like this, I am just going to go ahead and turn the angle. Make sure this edge is connected to this line of this last side, because you're not going to cut it out. It's going to come out as one body. So you turn it again, then you connect the lines. Make sure the lines are connected to each other, because you don't want to make a mistake, because any mistake will destroy the shape of the bag. So this is just me trying to adjust my lines to make sure that everything is straight. So after connecting the lines, and I am just going to go ahead and cut it out. Please watch and see how I am going to cut it out. Mind you, I am actually using a two double-sided leather. It's called two facing. It's a very thick leather and it's double-sided. It's both the front and back are double-sided. It doesn't have any wrong side, so I will not be using a lining because it is a double-sided leather. But in case you are using a leather that is not double-sided, you could cut it out like this and also cut a lining to go with it as well. But since I am using a double-sided leather, I will not be using any stabilizer and I'll also not be using any lining. So just watch me closely and see how I'm going to cut it. After cutting that edge, I will not cut any other place apart from this other edge. So please watch me closely and see how I am cutting it.
Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the sun sets.
So guys, after cutting it off, this is what it's going to look like. If you notice that some sides are longer than some sides, so this is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to be. As you can see, our shape is coming together already. Please make sure the part that draw on is going to be on the inside. I use a pen, so it's kind of like a permanent mark. So I am going to draw one last angle that is going to be serving as the bottom. So please, I'm just going to draw it out. I am using a ruler to draw it like this, because you know it's an A4 paper and it's kind of light, and I don't want to make any mistake when I am drawing it. So putting a ruler at the edge of your cut out A4 paper will give you a straight line. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it off as well, and we'll go straight to stitching. So guys, what we are now going to go ahead and do now is to start attaching our zipper. I am using this zipper that you have to add a runner, because I've done this type of bag before, and I used that zipper that they used to put in clothes, and I realized it was not giving me the right thing I wanted. So I made a notch in the middle, then I cut out a zipper that will be enough. Now, unlike other stitches that you stitch it right side facing right side and you now top stitch, no, this one you are just putting it like this, then you make a straight stitch. I am showing you how to go about the stitch so that you will understand what I am talking about. So guys, when you make the first stitch like this, you would remove the zipper. That is why it's very essential to use this kind of zipper. And please make sure you are sewing the zipper in such a way that when you put your runner, it will not fall off from the top. I have a video on how I made a purse, so I'm going to put the link so that you see how to sew this kind of zipper, because this zipper doesn't have a stopper. So you sew the zipper in such a way that when you attach um runner, it will not fall off. But before I attach my runner, I will go ahead and get this fabric that I'm going to use as my d-ring holder for my handle. So after I put it, trim off any excesses, and I've gone ahead and to put um my runner. So please, when you want to stitch, make sure you check out the dimensions to be sure that they are right, and make sure you are starting from the zipper side. Please, it is very very essential. It is better for it to be over on the end than for it to be over on the zipper side. So please make sure you start from the zipper side. So this is me putting oil to my sewing machine, because when I was teaching, I noticed that my machine was jumping thread. So in case you're using a manual machine and you realize that when you are stitching leather and it's jumping thread, well, you could just do some basic things like just putting oil. So when you put oil, it will help. So if you realize that there's an excess here, yes, it is better for the excess to be at the back than for it to be where the zipper is, like I said. So I'll just go ahead and just make my stitch all through, and I'll just cut off the excess, and that is basically everything about this simple purse. So guys, if let's say for instance you don't like the edge, I put a tutorial on the channel on how to use a shoe dye to dye the edges of your bag. So I could put the link in the description box so that you go ahead and watch that tutorial as well, so that you'll be able to know how to use a shoe dye to dye the edge of your bags. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.